As a national chairman, doesn't he deserve that?
Can I just finish? Now, as the former president said, and we agreed, was that for us to make sure that we don't have issues at the meeting, we don't want Alimodu Sheriff and McAfee to talk. To have peace, let other people talk and anchor that meeting. Then the former president spoke, the national BOT and Ikere, they were to anchor the meeting, and we're just there to make sure that they put in place committees that will now listen to everybody for a later meeting in 2 weeks. He came in and went straight to the fact that he must talk. He's the national chairman. May I tell you very clearly, if you know the antecedent, I want to take responsibility again. I was part of a coming of Alimodu Sheriff, which I regretted. I did it in good faith. I regretted from my heart. But that's for another day.
Because a lot of people will say that time you were aspiring to become a vice president.
No.
Those are your plans.
No. What I'm chewing in my mouth, I've not finished to chew.
They say that you have
anybody
future plans to become vice president.
If you ask me to be vice president, I will. I'm a very clear person.
Well, you see how that ambition.
If they ask you, Shehu, to be governor, you will throw away all this paper in front of you.
No, I may not.
Immediately,
I may not.
Then you continue to read the paper to the public. I want to aspire more in future.
Do you still have the vision the ambition to become the vice president?
Let me say to you very expressly, Shehu, there's no ambition about vice presidency. No ambition. You can only elect a president who graciously appoints a vice president. So you can't say you want to aspire to be vice president. So that does not come in at all. But let me go straight to the point, because you want Nigerians to have the facts in issue. So Alimodu Sheriff insisted, and they were telling him, if you talk, Sheriff will talk. It will defeat the essence of that meeting. And he said, if he doesn't talk, he will walk out. May I tell you, you saw the crowd following Alimodu Sheriff there. Only about 6 or 7 people. Alimodu Sheriff is 0.001 of 100% of PDP. But that remains the fact. The court has appointed him. The court has appointed him as our chairman, pending the appeal at the Supreme Court. May I say to you, he's talking about he wants to do convention. He's on his own. You understand? We will not be part, personally, Ayo Fayoshi, will not be part of any convention.
Governor Fayoshi, let me show you this, and probably you may be able to understand some of the points where Senator Alimodu Sheriff is coming from. And a lot of people will say, why would you not allow him? There you go there, as the national chairman of the party, he doesn't even have a seat to sit down, a place to sit.
That is not correct.
Look at him there.
The picture you are showing, the picture you are showing.
That's when he just arrived.
Can you wait 1 second? The picture you are showing showed the arrival of Alimodu Sheriff.
Absolutely.
President Alimodu Sheriff did not give a firm commitment that he will attend this meeting. He did not give a firm commitment. The former president called me and told me he wasn't sure that he will attend. Still, the meeting must go on. We were into this meeting for more than 20-30 minutes before he came. Nobody gave any indication of his coming.
So that's probably the reason why he said
exactly. And let me say to you, even giving him a seat there shows that there's nothing out unusual.
Allow him to talk.
No, I said that to you earlier, that the meeting was a meeting where we expect the former president, the chairman BOT, and the deputy senate president to talk. Because if you want to do reconciliation, and in the public there, we're watching our dirty linen in the public. He wants to talk, Sheriff wants to talk. Sheriff, a lot of people. Sorry? McAfee wants to talk. You make a mess of that meeting. We're leaders, and we should put order into whatever we're doing.
Legally speaking, do you accept Senator Sheriff as your national chairman?
Personally, I don't recognize him as the national chairman of the PDP.
That's what the law says.
Well, that's correct in the face of the law, but there's an appeal waiting.
But do you respect what the law says?
What we told you,
as a governor?
Yes, I do respect what the law says, but you cannot force a chairman I don't want on me. I'm not bound to remain in PDP.
But you are bound under the law.
No, I'm not bound under the law. As much as I'm not bound.
As a Nigerian citizen.
Hold on. I respect the court judgment. I said that to you. I'm not bound to work with you despite court judgment. I'm not bound to work with you. And I'm not bound to remain in any political party. That is very clear.
If
Alimodu Sheriff might be in the face of the law, the chairman of a PDP, I mean, the national chairman of a PDP, in a court of appeal. But may I remind you that at an earlier time, Sheriff McCarthy was the chairman until the court of appeal made this pronouncement. There's an appeal ongoing, so we should wait till the end of the appeal. That is the proper thing to do. And if he's the true chairman of the PDP, reconciliation is about humility.
You said something.
Listen to what I've said to you again.
Absolutely.
Reconciliation for a man who wants to lead us, who wants to be our father, who is telling us Jonathan he is the leader of Jonathan too. He should equally remember that he left everybody that was at the meeting was left there.
This was a man who was governor.
My brother,
former President Jonathan was a deputy governor when he was a governor.
Congratulations, that is.
You remember? Maybe that was one of the reasons.
That is story. That one is story. Jonathan was deputy governor before. That is story. It is obvious that what the man did, working out on everybody. You want to lead a party, you worked out on him. Who will you now lead?
Okay, Governor Fayose, you said something that I need to bring back to you. You said that Senator Sheriff is working against this country. And this was a man that you were instrumental to bring.
I just said that, Shehu. I just told you. I don't deny things. So I'm one Nigerian. I'm very, very answerable to whatever I say. I stand by my words.
What do you mean by that?
I support Alimodi Sheriff. I came to this TV station to call for support for Alimodi Sheriff. I told you that day, that's the second time I was here. I told you when you are going to the altar with a lady or with a man, and somebody called you and show you certificate of HIV/AIDS, you will take the window. You will jump. They will be looking for you. You will either the husband or the wife. Nobody will tie them again. No? Right. So I've been here and I said it severally. I regretted starting this Alimodi Sheriff's business. I said it here.
Okay.
And again, I'm telling you that Peter the Rock Oshoko will never work with Alimodi Sheriff.
That's your nickname, Oshoko.
Oshoko Mole.
All right, we take a moment, and when we return, we see how the governor of Ekiti State and the chairman of the Governors Forum of the PDP with us, and we're looking at the way forward for the PDP. The party has been in crisis for over 2 years. What's the way out? Join us again when we come back from the break.